Goody two shoes.
What's going on, guys? What? What's going on, guys? No name here.
It's Cloudy.
Hit me, Decoy.
And welcome to another wonderful Yeep show.
The fabulous Yeep.
Fabulous Yeep.
This is the first time I've actually been in the Yeep.
Is it the first time you've been?
It's the first time he's been. It's the first time he's been on the Yeep show.
Huh.
Well, and in the Yeep.
In the Yeep, I assumed.
So
Yes.
So it's going to be a wonderful live stream tonight. We also do have Ryan, who is going to be joining us
Right
now. In case you can't hear that loud banging. So, but before we get ahead, Jesus, Ryan. But before we get ahead into all of our normal discussions that we're going to end up going into, so if you guys do have questions, just make sure that we're not ignoring your questions. Where Decoy here is going to be typing them down, writing them down. He's going to save them for later on.
I am back.
So if you guys have questions, go ahead and ask them. Just we're not ignoring them. We're going to answer them later on. All right?
Yep.
So, but.
By the way, I see everything before you see us.
Yes.
I see everything in the chat always, ever. So
yes,
you
Bears
don't have to ask it
beat
again.
Battlestar Galactica.
This is correct. Identity theft.
Don't worry,
It's not
guys.
a joke,
Star of the
Jim.
show is here. It's okay. Ow.
I've been here since the beginning.
Language already.
Star of
You've
the
been on
show's
for
here,
2
guys.
seconds.
Come on.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Chuckles. I shaved, lost some weight.
Okay, so anyways, I guess I'm starting this off.
Yeah, you're gonna stop this one.
We have the Great Heist coming up on June 30th. It's been a long week, okay? It's only Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
What's that?
The Great Heist is our Red Dead Redemption. Sorry,
Why are
Grand
you
Theft.
telling us? You should be telling them.
Is our Grand Theft Equine event. Cowboys and stuff. You know, like this.
Cowboys and guns.
We did already have a question about age limit for the Great Heist. Age limit is the same age limit as always.
Which is
I don't know, 100 years plus, I assume.
that's about normal. 10 and over.
10 and older.
So, come to that. $45, but you save $10 by pre-registering because you also get the patch, which is cool.
Yes.
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 Yes. Anyone who makes country road references will be banned,
Yes.
Country.
I am.
including you, Squirrel.
Yes.
Squirrel.
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 All right, that was my thing.
All right. So next announcement: summer camps.
Whoa.
So we have our
Whew.
Airsoft and our Nerf summer camps. They're going to be coming up in what? They're going to be coming up in July.
I can see that.
So we have the first week is going to be July 8th to the 12th. The second week is going to be the 15th to the 19th. And the third week is going to be the 22nd to the 26th. Each day, which is a Monday through Friday. I'm going to punch you out of this heat.
I can't help it. I love steak and cheese more than I probably should.
It smells so good.
Whatever happens to the
It's
no
a Monday
eating
through
on
Friday
podcast rule.
from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. For the Airsoft camp, each week is a different is its own session.
Yes.
So for the Airsoft camp, each session is $175. It's $35 for lunch for the week, which will get you pizza and a drink, just like normal Airsoft gaming. And then if you need a rental, if you don't have your own equipment, it's going to be $75.
How's the sandwich, Ryan?
So good.
How's the Ryan sandwich?
It's so... Guys, if you don't like steak and cheese, I don't ever want to talk to you again. Just saying.
Anyway, it's an extra $75 if you need to rent for the summer camp.
You want to go to the first session because that's the one that I'm going to be at.
Yes. And you want to go through all three because those are the sessions that I will be at. I will be teaching that. And it's going to be more like a summer boot camp than anything. So you will be learning things. You won't. It's not just fun and games. You'll actually be learning.
So what are you going to learn?
You're going to learn everything that I could possibly ever teach you about Airsoft.
It won't take them long.
It won't take me long. I don't know all that much, so I don't know why they even keep me here.
You know?
But I guess it's for the tax write-off.
Oh, that makes sense.
Actually, it's because Lenny hasn't found your pot of gold yet.
But we also do have our first ever
He has that patch
Nerf
too.
summer camp. Yes, I do. But we also have our first ever Nerf summer camp coming up, which that is going to be $150 a session, same days as the Airsoft camp. But this one's going to be more like a normal summer camp, where it's going to be a little bit more fun and games. So it's $150 per session, and you do also still have the lunch options. So the age restrictions for either of the two camps, for the Airsoft camp, it's 10 to 16. And for the Nerf camp, it is 8 to 12.
Sweet.
Come here. It's gonna be fun. If you're not, you're a loser, as far as Decoy says.
Yep. True.
Well, so as you know, this week, this Saturday, is actually going to be adult night.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I mean, yeet.
Yeet.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're in the yeep.
We're in the yeep, so we got a
We're in the
yeep.
yeet.
Anyway, so that's going to be, you have to be 18 years or older. If you do look under 18, we will check and make sure you are 18. It is 400 FPS with 2 5s, 0 engagement distance, and have fun. Yeah, that's pretty much enough said. That will be this Saturday, May 18th. As for the Saturday after this is going to be Spec Ops Night on May 25th. So it's going to be the long-awaited return of
Is
Spec
that
Ops
why
Night.
I'm working a 12-hour shift for that day?
Yep.
Yep.
What the hell? I wanted to be. I mean, I would have been there anyway to help, but what the hell? Now I can't be op 4. This is bullshit. I didn't finish that. I didn't finish it.
Anyway, so
fit it,
as you know us, after the Spec Ops Night, it will be again going to be Adult Night.
Whoa.
So after
What?
every 2 weeks, it will be Adult Night returning.
I don't
Oh,
understand.
and for anybody that has never been to an adult night and is concerned about the 400 FPS and no safety kill range,
It's fun.
if you do not want to get shot point blank with a 400 FPS rifle, do not put yourself into a position to get shot with a 400 FPS rifle. So if you're that concerned about it, don't go clearing buildings, don't go rounding corners at full speed.
Yeah.
Just so you know,
that
we can
kind
see
of-
like that much of your face.
Yes, I know. I can
right.
see it right there.
Good. I just want to make
So,
sure you know.
Also, that just in Airsoft in general, if you don't want to get shot, don't play.
Yeah.
You will get shot. Sometimes you'll get overshot. No need to complain
Best
about
way I
it.
can explain it: when you're paying for your admission, you are not paying to play Airsoft. You are paying to get shot at.
Yeah.
This is why I like Nelson.
Just shut up.
This is why I like Speed Soft, because I never get hit.
Because you don't have to call it.
I don't have to call it.
This is why I like steak and cheese, because it's delicious.
Anyway, so speaking about Airsoft, we actually just got our new shipment of these Vulcan. What is that the actual name?
AVP 17.
The AVP
Alien vs.
17.
Predator 2017. I mean, sorry.
Springfield XE40 knockoff thing.
Yeah, that one.
Basically.
So we have them in 3 different colors. We have the black and gold,
Basically.
the all silver, and the silver and the golden black.
It's not all silver.
Apologize.
How'd you know it was gold?
He's funny because he's colorblind.
Way to
Do you
God.
trust me? Do you trust me?
No.
Do you trust me?
No, I don't trust you.
Yeah, you shouldn't trust me. Anyway, so yeah, these, believe it or not, they shoot really nice. It's going to be about 300 FPS with 2 5s, and the range on them is very, very nice. I was able to hit it from far side spawn all the way to the other wall. So for the price, for a mid-ranged price pistol, these are the way to go.
So one thing I do want to mention about these pistols, so unfortunately a lot of people like to throw a lot of shade at Vulcan with their when it comes to their guns, especially the pistols. But
What? No. I've never heard anyone throw shade at Vulcan.
punch you. But these guys, you saw me shoot them in the Instagram video. Believe it or not, they're actually kind of fun to shoot.
You
They-
better have seen him shoot it.
Yeah, you better. If you haven't seen me shoot it, follow us on Instagram so you can see me shoot.
It was also on Facebook.
And Facebook, that too.
And Instagram.
I will.
So
And Facebook.
definitely check
And
these
YouTube.
out. These guys are actually pretty darn fun, and they're really not all that expensive, believe it or not.
I will double down on what he's saying. I know I give Vulcan crap a lot, just like kind of a lot of other people, but
Crap's fine.
they are remarkably nice shooters. They are significantly better than the Vulcan M9s.
Oh, yeah.
So
They're comfortable. They have very nice thumb rests, so you can actually rest your thumb and have it get out of the way as you shoot. Integrated sights, so you don't have anything grazing up that can get snagged on your clothes or anything. They're actually recessed into the slide.
No, another thing I do like about these is it actually comes. If anybody's familiar with Hogue, the company that makes aftermarket real steel gun parts. It actually kind of comes with a Hogue-like rubber grip that you can wrap around the actual pistol grip to give you a little bit more of a solid purchase on it. So you don't actually have to have this little piece on there.
Yep.
But it is actually really, really comfortable with that on there. I'm kind of a fan of having it on there.
It does make it very comfortable and very grippy. Believe it or
It
not.
makes it a little bit more meaty, so it does add a little bit onto the actual girth of the firearm, but it's really not all that bad. And I've got tiny hands too, so if I'm saying that, it's not too bad.
I'm gonna write that one down too.
Yeah, you should.
This is the rule. I'm gonna answer it in order.
Yep.
All right.
All right. So, as you saw on our Instagram, we have a pretty big announcement.
Oh, we're getting to that now.
I mean,
Might as well before we get to the meat and taters.
yeah.
Oh,
Are you hungry
Do
yet?
I get to say it?
I'm super hungry.
I'm smelling that.
We all three of us get to say it.
Is it the one we're thinking about? Because we've had some,
Are we talking about the post we made yesterday?
the
I don't know.
choo-choo-choo-choo-choo-choo.
What?
What was that?
the thing that's
The thing that's like
coming pretty soon.
the
like-
MP7.
who's
Yes.
that?
The, all right.
The MP7 SAEG.
Real quick.
Just
Anyway.
By
saying.
the way, I saw them on Facebook. You know what would have been a lot funnier?
What?
Is if it had been like an MP9 silhouette.
You know, actually, that's
So-
I consider that. I was like, just put an M4 in there. Big announcement. Hey guys, MP7.
So those who haven't caught on, we are getting in the brand new, barely released, and we're going to be the
Barely released.
By
actually,
barely released, he means technically not released yet.
Yeah,
I think
we're
going to
be
dropping
one
today.
of the first stores in the country to get the brand new.
I don't think they're dropping today. I'm pretty sure they're dropping when we get them.
No, I heard they were dropping.
All right, ignore
something
these
today or
guys.
tomorrow.
Will be one of the
about that.
first stores in the country to receive the brand new MP7 AEG.
SAEG. I want to keep telling you that.
Technically, I guess it's more actually an AEP than anything.
No, it's not
No.
an AEP because actually, so those who do not know what's coming up, this MP7 has a full-blown gearbox. It has version 2 gears, cylinder, and piston. So for those who want to
We're
do
not shooting at my ear again.
all your upgrades, your SSGs, you can if you do a DSG, bring it in. I want to talk to you about how you did it. These are meant to take 11-1 900 mAh batteries by Elite Force, fit into the front of the gun, and they shoot incredible. They have a functioning bolt catch. It comes with, I believe, a 120 round magazine. So these are legit.
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 I've
So-
seen a couple pictures of them. I only have one concern with that gun because it does look gorgeous.
And what's that?
I do not know, for those of you that do this kind of thing, I have no idea if you're going to be able to swap. It comes as a small Tamiya. I do not know if you'll be able to swap Deans. From the pictures I saw, that it may be too physically small to actually
No,
put a
you
Deans connector
you
in
should
there.
be able to. From what the research I've done, you should be able to do it to Dean's. I mean, that's what I'm going to be doing.
So,
I will be grabbing one, hopefully, and I will see if we can do a Polestar build or a gate build, etc., etc.
You can bet your sweet rear end that I'm grabbing one.
the gate build might be a little tough.
I want to see what I have to modify to take.
The Polar Star build's going to be stupid easy because Bingo's been doing that for years.
Well, this one you don't have to actually get the gearbox. It
Yeah.
already comes with a gearbox. So you just have to figure out how to route the wires and the trigger unit. So
Theoretically, you might just be able to throw a jack in it.
yeah,
Probably just throw a jet.
I don't know how the gearbox is set up. I
That's
saw
why
a
we
picture.
wanna
A
get one
I saw a
apart.
picture a while back. I know it does take version 2 gears, but I don't remember. I think it might actually be like a 4-gear gearbox.
do we want to say?
I'm just gonna keep it.
Yeah, I'm
It's
gonna
okay.
say.
Do we
want
wanna
to
say one?
No, I'm gonna keep it vague.
Yeah, we'll keep it vague.
We'll just say
Just
that
because there's still no guarantee we're gonna get it that exact date.
Squirrel. Theoretically, if you came in sometime this weekend, we might have something for you.
There's a pretty big chance.
Yeah. That's all we're going to say about that. And I think that it may be time to move on to our showcase, or whatever you want to call it, our subject.
Our showcase. Showcase.
Showcase. That's our spotlight.
Yeah.
So-
what's the showcase?
As you know, we have Ryan here. and
Oh,
he
hey,
pretty
we
much only likes to talk about
right?
gas guns.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm
So-
still hungry, so I'm gonna get that second steak and cheese out of my car.
We were.
I don't actually have a second steak and cheese, but I am still hungry, so I gotta go find some food. By all means, continue. By all means, continue. You don't need to be here for me. I don't need to be here for that.
Where'd we get this guy?
That is why we were doing this topic. Is because he was here.
I just assumed we found him off the street.
Well, you might as well have.
It seems like it.
So what are we trying to talk about? But of course.
Would anybody like some sewing supplies? I mean, cookies.
Okay, I'm sorry. That should
Where
be
did you come from?
a lab, I think.
That would explain
He's
a
a
lot.
petri dish.
So
No, Petri dish is too good.
we had a suggestion on the Instagram last week to do the good, the bad, and the ugly of gas blowback rifles.
Yes.
I'm not entirely sure what that means, but we're going to talk about gas blowback rifles anyways.
You're not sure what that means?
I'm not entirely sure what they wanted us to talk about with the good, bad, and ugly, just in
the
general.
good, the bad,
or,
the ugly. Like, what
But-
do you think that means?
I think that means, well, G55, is that what they
Yes,
call
the
it?
G55.
The well G55, an LM10, LM10, LM4. The hell am I talking about?
You are.
I'm all over the place. And a GHK.
What's an LM10?
And a GHK SIG. I
So
think that's not
with,
the right
with
order.
gas
but
guns, I absolutely love gas
flip that
guns.
order. Flip the order.
So there is definitely some of the bad ones you can get, which. What?
Now, before we continue, because by all means continue.
Okay, so
You did say by all means continue.
I meant to ask: are we doing good, bad, and ugly? As in the best gas blowbacks you can get, stock, the
That's what
decent
I wanted
ones,
to
and the
know.
worst ones?
That's what
or
I
are we
wanted to
doing
know.
like
I was
a
gonna-
generality? What's good about gas blowbacks? What's bad about gas blowbacks? What's ugly about gas blowbacks?
that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Is more of the
All
technical
right, we'll
side.
go with that.
Yeah.
So we're just going to assume we're going to assume level playing field. All gas blowbacks are roughly the same.
Well,
Yeah.
we can do a broad like good, bad, and ugly of gas as a platform, and then go into like examples of good, bad.
Here's
and
the brands to
ugly.
go with. Here's the
Yeah.
brands to maybe think about avoiding.
What I would say, brands to go with,
Oh, we're just going to
GHK.
GHK. You can get it.
100%.
The G5 is sweet. The G5 is sweet. The SIG is definitely sweet. The AKs are top.
The G5s are one of our
GHK 's
favorite.
I will say GHK, honestly, if you want a gas AK platform, the only company you should get it from
Yeah.
is a GHK. Granted, you are going to be paying a lot because GHK is basically the Cadillac of gas companies, but a GHK AK is like the only system I would recommend if you want that, because like a GHK M4 is fantastic, but for the price point, to be fair, you can like buy a WeTech M4 and start and put some steel parts in there and end up with a gun that's more durable than the GHK.
Yeah.
But it requires you to do a lot of work.
See, the ones that I've always had issues with, just because of the proprietariness, KWAs are good, but they're rough. I've had a lot of issues with my old KWA LM4s. I've run the Mega Arms 308. I run the standard Mega Arms. They're great. They have great PTS externals. The internals could use some work, personally. I've had a CQB bolt where they're like, hey, this is a CQB bolt. It's supposed to drop the FPS from 400 to below 350. Oh, wait, it shot up to 500 FPS.
Huh.
And I'm like, okay, so I took it apart. I'm like, did they just horribly brand this and put it in the wrong box or what? So,
There's also the problem of they're phenomenally externally and they're really good while they last, but if something does break on it,
you have to go through
completely
KWA.
almost
Yep.
with like 80-90% of the parts in a KWA rifle or pistol are proprietary KWA parts. You can't replace them with upgraded ones.
And you also have to get their barrels too.
And and on top of that, most of the time those parts are going to be out of stock, so you have to directly contact KWA, which can be difficult at times.
Avoid cheap gas blowbacks, such
Yeah.
as
But
the
my-
Well G55.
I was gonna say, but my $20 well G55.
So those who don't know what the Well G55 was, it was a MP5K that Well made years ago. That was a complete disaster.
Yeah, but gas for days.
But
No,
you're
the
thinking
thing
of a
is-
different one.
The thing is with the
They
G55,
are.
you either have to fix the mags or modify the nozzles, or the guns were just lemons to begin with. They never fed. They,
Also, like the KWA MP9s.
Yes.
yeah, I liked mine though, but
Yes, but you don't have a roommate who's
And-
like, I know these heavy issues. I'm gonna go ahead and buy it anyway.
the thing is,
Derek.
back
Yes.
at my old airsoft store, we were selling them for 20
So you know what you
bucks,
should do.
saying we will not accept these as a repair.
Mm-hmm.
We will not take returns because we were sent so many and they were all lemons.
They sent us an entire pallet. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that pallet was there after you left.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had
okay.
I had to organize them. I know.
All right.
So But-
yeah, gas blowbacks you generally don't want to do. The only time you should go with a cheap gas blowback, and I'm talking rifles here, because the pistols by and large are pretty affordable. Like you can basically get any model gas blowback pistol you want for about $1.50.
Can you give me 1 second here? Yes, Joshua, we do have the smoke wagon shells.
if you want to know anything about our store, what we have in stock, call us because we have a certain order we're going in the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So please stop spamming the chat.
We also, you can go back and watch this later.
Yeah.
It doesn't go away.
This video stays up
Yeah.
forever.
If you need to, call the store if you need immediate like inquisitions. Especially if, but not right now, we are not open. Call us when we're open. Thank you. Anyway,
What was I saying? Oh, right. So for gas blowback rifles, unless you're buying it cheap because you also plan to put upgrades into it at the same time, you really shouldn't go with a cheap rifle because they're gonna break on you, and then they're not cheap compared to an AEG. Like it's gonna require some work.
yeah, with gas rifles, one thing that a lot of people don't understand. Yes, you get the realism and all that, but you also have to get the realism as in you have to clean your gun.
Yep.
I'm not going to say names or anything. Someone came in the other day with an
It was me.
MP7, and they're like, "Hey, it's not working." He had videos of gas spewing out, videos of it not feeding, and I'm like, "Have you cleaned it?" And he didn't want to answer, and I'm like, "Okay, if we ask you a question, it's not that we're trying to like, oh, did you clean this? Oh, you're such a bad airsofter." No,
I mean, I might be.
Well, yeah.
shut up. That's
but
why.
you're-
That's why I'm here every day as the tech, and you're not.
Wow.
Oh.
I thought it was because I have a full-time job on top of this one.
Shots fired.
Nah. Anyway, it's not that I'm trying to like shame you of you didn't do this right. It's because trying to figure out what's wrong with it. All I had to do was take it apart, take the nozzle, clean it, lube it, and it worked perfectly. I felt something move.
There's me shifting in the Jeep.
You have to be able to take the time to take your gun apart, clean it, and lube it. Which, with my gas guns and my high kappas, if you've seen them, they're expensive. I have $1,000 high kappas. After a
flex,
day
but
of
okay.
play, like I'm flexing about it, but after every game that I play with it, I take it apart down to the bare bones, clean everything, and it's lasted me years.
So, I'm gonna take all that information that you guys just put in there, and I'm gonna raise you one. Boomer XG3.
I really want to shoot it.
I
Yes,
want one.
please.
Well, here's the thing with the Uber sheet. Oh, I was trying to see how many cookies I could stack.
All right.
No, take them off because I don't want them falling. Cause
No,
they
I
want
felt
to pick
them.
up.
I felt it.
Here's the thing with the Uber XG3 though. It's you know who OEMs it?
Get it?
WeTech.
Yep.
Yep.
But no. I'm not saying that as a bad thing because WeTech in their recent years, especially with their rifles, have seriously stepped up their game.
They really have.
Yeah.
The Thompson shirt. I have one of their gas Thompson.
Their
submachine
newest one,
guns.
oh my gosh.
And the Thompson submachine gun, it's kind of loose tolerances. Like you can shim it to get it all to fit properly and whatnot. But as it is on its own, is a fantastically well built gun.
Yeah.
And their G3 looks even nicer.
Yep.
Like I want one of those so bad. I don't remember what they're working on after that, but I think it was an FAL.
So with WE, like with their Apache MP5. It's a beautiful gun. It fires great when it fires. The thing is, like, you have with gas guns, you have a lot of moving parts. So you need to find a way for the nozzle. What it does is, one, it chambers you around, and two, it routes the gas from your magazine to fire the BB. So if you don't have the right seals, you're not going to get any good feeding or FPS. That's the issue they had with the MP5, is that the nozzles and everything, they did not line up correctly. So the tolerances were really off.
and,
so
and
you would have,
they've never changed that.
yeah, you would have freezing over issues. You would have all these issues with it. But
That being said, if you want a gas SMG and don't feel like going with an MP7, which is amazing, or an MP9, which is
The opposite.
amazing, I have yet to try it out in person, but I've seen them.
an MP5, right?
Weetex P90s.
Yes.
They shoot really well.
Apparently, the P9. I have yet to fire one in person, but I have seen them in person. The dude just wouldn't let me fire it because he's a jerk like that. They are so nice. They are difficult to load and unload because of the way the gun is designed. Like if you don't load and unload the mags properly, you can irreparably damage the gun. You do have to be very careful when you're loading them in. It's basically just like just make sure it's seated all the way forward before you slap it home, because if it's not seated all the way forward and you do slap it, you could damage the fill valve in the gun itself.
That reminds me.
They look so. I want one so bad.
That reminds me.
That would be really nice to have.
Another con with gas guns, like let's go with the M4. The mags are really heavy. They're very expensive. They're about $50 to $60 a piece.
Oh yeah.
And with I run PTS EPMs. He does and he does. I will take mine. If they need a mag, I will throw it across the field because I know it will withstand the impact.
He goes for the head.
Yes.
It's all about
So
the headshots.
if I drop a mag, that's fine. If I take a fall and my mags, if I try and dive on the ground and all my mags fall out,
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
they will be fine.
You're not doing that with gas mags.
If you break your gas mag, you're down $60. Resealing and bending the metal to get that seal is really hard.
It's like they are built. The mags themselves, however, the mags are usually built pretty durably, but
Yeah.
what you have to watch out for are the magazine lips.
Yes.
Because those, especially in gas blowback rifles, where the mags just have so much extra force, though sometimes, like, especially like KBO, I think, I don't remember. I think it was like the old WeTech M4 magazines, some of the AK mags, and some of KWA's M4 mags. Like, the magazine lips protrude really
Yes.
high up.
Yep.
And the slightest knock can snap. Like, if you drop the magazine and it lands
It'll
even
break.
remotely near those lips, they'll just snap completely off.
You have issues if you're running a gas gun. Don't do it at milsims where you're required to run bio BBs. At my old shop, I had a kid come in 3 to 4 times where his hop up is chewed to crap. Just because every time the actual bolt would try and pick up the BB takes a little bit of impact because it's trying to chamber it. With bios, they're brittle. They will break. That's why we don't allow them on our field, because they will shatter. So he kept on having his bio BBs shatter in his hop up. Keep on shattering in his hop up, tearing his bucking, and end up breaking his hop up because he was using bio BBs. So you have to worry about that. So if you're playing in a milsim, I would not run gas. HPA maybe, AEGs definitely. Don't run gas because you have to deal with temperature. You have to deal with impacts. You have to deal with if you load your magazine right. As someone I know at my old shop, he tried to load. Yes, you know who I'm talking about. He tried to load the magazine, breaking the feed lips because he wasn't doing it correctly. Yeah, and he got outed on YouTube, which was kind of funny.
Wasn't Joker, was it?
No, it was Peter.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Oh, that
yeah.
guy.
The
Yeah. So,
owner.
Well, I was gonna mention, like, we know a guy who will drop his gas mags just because it's faster.
I mean, I will admit.
But again, it depends on the build of the gas mag. Depending on the gun, like, for better or worse, like the Elite Force magazines, for example, the CO2 ones, if you can drop them from a relatively short distance because they're lightweight enough, they're unlikely to boomerang into the ground and break the mag.
Let me clarify here real quick. He's not that smart.
Okay.
He is not at all.
If you are going to be rough with your gas mags, you have to really just basically look at what kind of gun, what kind of mag is it? Like the pistol mags are hit or miss. Rifle mags, you can by all means drop, but you have to be, especially the M4 mags, you have to be really careful with how they drop.
Yeah.
The AK mags are generally a little bit more durable. This is the only time I'm going to bring it up, but like the KCO2 magazines, the mag lips on those things are built like tanks.
Yes.
They really
Like,
are.
The mag lips on a KCO2 are like twice as thick as any other mag lip I've ever seen. And the way they're set up is they're housed on top of the magazine. They're not sticking out at all. So the only way to actually break them is to drop the magazine upside down, mag lips first. Any other direction and the actual body of the mag will hit the ground first and won't damage the magazine and won't damage the lips. I think the WeTech M4 mags are designed kind of the same. There's an M4 magazine, I can't remember, where the lips are like really, really short. M4, the WeTech's M14 mags. The M14 mag lips are kind of squat and thick.
Yes.
So they're really difficult to. They're difficult as all crap to load, but they're also equally difficult to damage.
You could always just run the Tippin with the CO2 mag that does not hold the bulb in.
Yeah. Okay.
So every time you take the mag out, it just ejects itself.
I have the
Yeah, but you know what?
funniest. I have the
Free drop
funniest story with that.
It's a free drop mag.
Yeah, exactly.
With so with the Titmans, they have a
Assisted eject.
no.
Rocket
So about
injection.
that, basically the CO2 sits in the mag. You pop it in and pops the seal, but it does not contain the gas. So I had a friend. We were at Game Pod. And I'm
Gross.
sitting right next to him. He's firing. He
Gross.
turns his gun to the side, ejects the mag, shoots me right in the side because his mag just
Now,
projects.
was this Joker, Caleb, or Tank?
No one you know.
Okay, I will say
Speaking of.
that is hilarious,
So
and I
basically
would love
all
to see.
three.
I would
Yes.
love to see somebody get someone out by literally mag flipping the mag into
No,
somebody's head.
the magazine shot straight out, straight into my side, and it felt like I got hit by a thunder beam.
Speaking of some gas rifles, by the way, I'd love to get these in. It's just we're completely reliant on Elite Force and Humorex to actually, get their stuff together and get us these.
Did
But
you know
Humorex-
VFC has a MP5 as well?
Yep. They're almost as iffy as the Apaches, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, they're very iffy. But the Humorex Legends MP40.
All right.
Humorex makes a CO2 MP40.
Interesting.
It takes 2 CO2 capsules.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
there's
Now, who
Oh, yeah.
actually
Yeah,
makes
they're
it?
not available in the States though.
not yet.
Not yet.
Do you know what else they released that I wasn't able to get because it sold out on Red Wolf before I was able to get it?
What?
Humorex also came out with shell ejecting, uses the same shells as the Smoke Wagon.
I know which one.
1876 Winchester.
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Oh.
Yes,
Shell
please.
ejecting. Uses
Yes,
the same,
please.
uses exactly the same shells as the Smoke Wagon. It's CO2.
Send me up for 2.
Yes.
I know.
So-
and
One for each hand?
HFC pre-orders released for those gas flintlocks, which I'm honestly not going to buy it only because it's they're great, but they do like 400 to 450 FPS. So
So
that's the
as
point.
as for those
if it was
people,
350, oh god, yeah, but I'm only ever going to run
Even
them
380
indoors.
is adult night.
Right.
Just
But-
the memes.
But
Anyway,
400 plus on a
Alright, guys.
flintlock, I'll say.
so for those people who are curious about HPA tapping their magazines, as you know, my high cap, I'm running the CNC aluminum
You run high
mags. The Pro
you
Win
run high
mags.
cappers. You know we have a tech that builds custom high cappers, right?
Really, does he do custom work?
I just said he builds custom high cappers.
Oh wow.
But don't get anything in colors because he can't tell the difference.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
He does custom high cappers. Does he do custom work?
Tired, okay? Anyway, so
I do
I run CNC aluminum Pro-in magazines. Mine are HPA tapped. HPA tapping, you will have to run. You will have to clean your guns more often.
Why is that, Cloudy?
Because there's no silicone and it's a dry. HPA is a dry gas. So
Also worth pointing out, it's not exactly a clean gas either.
So
It's
you,
not.
So
You're
you mean to
filling up
tell
from
me that
different
HPA tapping your mags is actually more likely to damage your platform
Yes.
than?
What
and
is
if you
that?
do,
Yes.
if you do, and a lot of people will think, oh, I'll just crank the PSI on my magazine so it gets a higher FPS. That is false. Run your PSI at 110 to 120. Actually, most regulators, no, they can, but I would not push anything above 120. Because you will either destroy your nozzle or destroy your gas routes, or you'll destroy the gun in general. So
You've had a gun explode on you.
I have had a high kappa explode in my hands.
Oh, you too?
Yes, it was terrifying actually.
I actually had one of WeTech's one of the very old
You
WeTech
too.
1911s. I actually
They're a
had the
decent
back
band.
of that
Shut up.
slide split in half and hit me in the face when I was firing it.
You guys need some air back there?
I built
Yeah, it is getting a
a
little stuffy.
I built a full auto.
Sorry, I'm eating the stuffing.
I built a CNC aluminum full auto high kappa,
Alright.
and the entire back portion blew out. And yeah,
Anyways,
interesting. So be careful with tapping your high kappa mags. Do it correctly. If you need help, come in. I will be happy to help. Yeah. With any other gas guns, if you HPA tap it, just remember you have to clean it more often.
yes. So don't do it.
Well, you can do it. I just don't recommend it.
Everyone should just get gas blowback UMPs.
Everyone should just get the gas blowback G3 when it comes out.
Everyone should just
already
get
out
these brand new
in the
Valken
States.
pistols or custom high kappas.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you gotta promote your own thing.
Let's be real. If you want a gas blowback that's always going to run perfectly, just go out, find the oldest, jankiest WeTech high cap, those ones that had the pop metal where the slides weighed like a pound and a half for absolutely no
Yes.
reason. 10 out of 10 best pistols in the world. Said no one ever.
I was about to say, I really hope you add something to that.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of WeTech. I will promote WeTech until I die. That was not always the case.
I like them to a degree. I've had a lot of issues with
it's,
Valken.
yeah, WeTech is one of those. WeTech is one of those companies where if you're just going, oh, that looks cool. Like WeTech's one of those
I love
companies
how
where if
clicky
you
that is.
do your research and figure out what gun you want to get from them, you can get some really nice stuff. Like their high kappas are very meh. I avoid their 1911s like the plague, just because it's not a problem with the guns, it's a problem with their magazine design.
Their G series are kind of
The G
blah.
series are also
Yeah.
meh, but they do.
You mean the M
but
series?
They're better than
Yeah,
the
no, it's the
TM
M series,
ones
right?
actually.
Yeah, it's the M series.
TM
It's the M series.
TM
Station, I don't like the song.
Oh, sorry. No, because they can hear me clicking that.
but
So I'll just
like WeTech are like
Turn up the squelch.
WeTech's
Oh,
Glocks
gross.
are better than their high kappas, but still very lackluster until you start to put upgrades into them. Where they actually shine is their M9s are kind of really just the magazines can be lacking, but the guns themselves are pretty solid. And I've run a lot of them.
I've had a lot of the other gun that I've had to blow up is one of their M9s.
Oh yeah, well that happens with everything, but like their Cutlass.
Their Cutlass is good.
Their Cutlass, I had a factory stock one. I ran it for 3.5 years without ever replacing a part. When it finally broke, do you know what broke on it? The trigger spring from overuse. The trigger spring
I've had that.
snapped. The gun still fires. In single action, there is still enough tension left in the trigger spring that the gun will still cycle and fire.
Interesting.
And the gun is 3 years old, and I've probably put at least 10 to 15,000 rounds through.
The blue and red high kappa that I run, that's going on 6 years.
As far as WeTechs go, I've only ever had the
Yeah.
what I forget what it's called. Tom, what was it called?
Which one?
The M&P.
What?
The MP that you got.
Oh, it was a WeTech.
It's a W.
No.
I think they just called it MP4.
Big Bird. It was the Big Bird.
Big Bird.
Yeah, it's the Big Bird.
Yeah.
So I had the WeTech Big Bird and I have the P-Virus, and that's all I got from WeTech.
The
but
P-Virus, again, well, what I was saying was like, their M9s, as far as a catch-all grouping, their M9s are pretty good, but where WeTech really shines is in the one-of-a-kind guns that they do and no one else does.
P-Virus is a sick.
Yeah, but it's a slightly customized. It's like,
Yeah, no.
the P-Virus is great. Their M712s are apparently just fantastic. The Cutlet, any of the weird stuff that you can't really find anywhere else that no one unless it's like an old Marushan model that no one really makes.
Or more accurately, Tokamarui doesn't want to distribute them in the United States, so we does it for them. Which
Yeah.
is kind of what's going on with those, but
yeah, except it's still not Tokamarui because Tokamarui
Did you
is
see?
still part of the metal
Did you
slide.
see Tokyo Marui's new 1911?
I have not yet.
It's pink. It's a 3.8. It's a 3.8 1911, pink, and
You know
I
what's,
want
you
it.
know what's even cooler that I want even more?
How do you know it's pink?
WeTech makes a
just
pink.
got you there.
WeTech makes a pink CP25.
That was a lot louder than
Yeah.
That was actually really loud.
WeTech, right before WeTech released the G3s, out of absolutely nowhere, because they never advertised that they were making them, but right before they released their G3s, which are Umarex licensed, they released what they call the CT25, which is actually a Browning 25 auto pocket pistol.
Messenger.
They come in a bunch of different. They come in black and silver with various markings, like from just basic no markings WeTech logo all the way up to like proper Browning logos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They also make one in hot pink,
Yep.
Huh.
and I want it real bad.
I want them to make a.
Doesn't surprise me.
Mostly
Ruger.
because of the amount of rage that people would have when I shoot them with a pocket pistol
Oh, yeah.
in hot pink.
Oh, yeah.
I want a Ruger Mark III
Oh,
gas blowback, so you
yeah,
actually have
proper
that.
blowback one.
Oh,
Because right now KJW makes two different models.
Yeah,
of
but
the
it's a
Ruger,
non-blowback.
but they're non-blowback.
which I'm actually taking one of those, putting it in Nintendo Zapper.
Ooh.
Yes.
That'd be actually really cool.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
All right. We got any more
Anyway,
about
so,
gas blowbacks?
So, if you have any more questions, go ahead and message us on all of our socials on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We'll be happy to, or come in and talk to us. We'll definitely.
Squirrel said dual wield a pair of pink.
Yeah, it's from the
VZ61s.
same anime as the pink
Yeah.
11s.
I mean,
And the pink P90.
Yeah.
that is one gun I do regret not buying is the gas blowback Scorpions.
Yeah, those were fun.
because they look like they're a lot of fun.
They are until the wire stock breaks.
Yep.
Yeah, but you never really use the wire stock anyway.
I know,
Like
but so
just
now,
just reenact my GoldenEye days, man. Pair of clobbs.
so now we're actually going to go on to the question portion.
Yo.
So we have a list of questions we're going to answer, and if you have more questions, go ahead and put them down, and we'll answer them. What is up, Tap Airsoft? I'm glad to see you guys here.
So,
Yo.
we've been, it's been suggested that we should do gameplay videos, and we're working on that, but for one reason or another, I'm not satisfied enough with a gameplay video to actually publish it.
Well, because
So-
you're also a loser.
That's on me.
Or perfectionist. What's the difference?
Yeah. So that's kind of on me.
Perfectionist? Funny.
So that's kind of on me. So when I finally get some gameplay footage I'm willing to post, I'll post it.
Yeah, actually,
Or get around to posting, whatever.
do we want to talk about sending stuff?
Oh, yeah, we had that thing.
So, if you guys have some clips, make sure they are like appropriate clips. Go ahead and send it to us, and through Instagram. If you have a flash drive, bring it in. We'll maybe or may not give you your flash drive back, but we'll start doing a compilation of all your guys' clips.
Funny stuff,
We want to
fails,
see more
whatever.
of yours. If you take a video and you post on Instagram, tag us. We'll see if we can repost them. We want to get you guys into be a little bit more hands-on with us.
Yeah, we want to start involving you guys more and more with a lot of the content that we're putting out. So it's kind of getting a little boring when it's just the three of our faces.
Yep.
Or four if you count Chuckles. When it's just the four of our faces,
4.5.
4.5.
Yeah.
Plastered all over Instagram and YouTube and whatnot. So we want to start involving you guys a lot more often.
You
So
know, as long as those videos don't include like just flagrant rules breaking.
Yeah, again.
Like
Yeah.
they have to be appropriate, and if you guys have
Because
really
if you
cool
send
guns,
us a video that's just full of you breaking field rules to get sick montage kills and stuff like that, well,
Yeah, that's not gonna go.
congratulations, you just gave us all the information we
Yeah.
need to like just ban you for a weekend or
Exactly.
So
punish you as we
please
as
keep
we
it
have
to our rules, but it'll be me and Decoy mainly
Yeah.
going through them. We're happy to see your clips. We're happy to post them. So
You don't
and,
need
and
to
if
be
you
good.
guys if you guys got some cool guns and gear and whatnot that you happen to bring with you, we're gonna start
Or-
posting a lot of that on
Yep.
our Instagram.
If you're like
Facebook.
Tom and you run a KWA and you forget to release your follower and you just dry fire someone, let us see that. We
Yeah.
want to see your fails. We want to see your wins.
they don't know that video.
So-
They've never seen that video.
Are we gonna keep talking about media stuff and not let me talk?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, cool. Yeah, no, I specifically want to see like fails, funny moments, cool moments. You know, that time you get that really like clean kill. Like Squirrel showed me one where he's got the shoot gun. He's shooting down by a train station. He hits somebody. He immediately wheels around and there's a guy right behind him. He hits him too.
Yeah. So,
So, and we get a lot of,
what-
we're getting a lot of questions
so
for Taps.
we did get a question from Tap, and he's asking if we will be stocking the Tap packs. And my answer to that is, why not?
Yeah. So actually, really quick, speaking of tap, I'm running my old shotgun and my pistol. I've been running the drum mag, and this past 2 Saturdays ago, I went out with it. I ran all the way to car wash and started shooting. Remembered, I forgot a battery. I forgot to connect my hose, and I forgot to fill it with BBs. So.
So Tap, we actually have a cart that we started building with you guys. So I'm hopefully gonna be able to get that put through relatively soon. I'm keeping my fingers crossed on that, but don't quote me 100%.
And Tap, I'm probably going to send you a few things because I'm the tech here, so I have a few questions for you about
Since when?
since when? Since over a month
I
now
don't believe
since
you.
I've started working here. So I'm going to have a few questions about compatibility stuff.
Okay.
So.
Again, I wrote all the questions down that we get. I will answer them, or we will answer them in the order that we got them.
Yeah.
That's just how we do it. Be a little patient. Anyways, moving on to the next one.
What patience and airsofters?
So Ryan,
Ryan,
Yes.
where'd you get the sandwich?
where did you get the sandwich?
Seriously, that's a question.
Yeah, that was a
that was a
question we
question.
got, yeah.
D'Angelo's, fam. It's 5 minutes up the street.
There we go.
The only thing better is Jersey Mike's, but there's no Jersey Mike's in South Kingston, so
There is a Jersey Mike's 2 seconds away from my house.
Yep. Oh, well,
I'm
that's
so
more
mad at you
I mean,
right now. 'cause
there's
the
also
only-
a Tilly's
the
nearby.
yeah, but here's the thing with Jersey Mike's. If you get a steak and cheese from Jersey Mike's, they'll put Chipotle mayo in it.
Guys, this is not air.
So ignore Airsoft. We're talking about sandwiches. So.
That's pretty. At least not video games. And stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are there any Milsims around here?
Yes.
This weekend-
This literally in what is it, Wednesday? In 3 days, Spring Offensive 10 something is Spring Offensive number between 9 and 11. One of those 3 numbers in there.
So, actually, you know what?
Just message.
if you
them.
got
So, Tap, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna send you a message on Instagram real quick.
Aw, shut up. His background is adorable on his phone.
It really is.
It's me. It's
Shut
a
up.
pinup of me on a
Shut up.
bearskin rug with a saxophone.
With your shirt tucked in. And like
No,
holding-
no, I'm just replicating Bill Clinton's pinup
Really?
from the
Oh,
80s.
God.
Just
Oh,
me on a
God.
bearskin rug with a saxophone.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Alright,
Yeah, as far as milsims go, the 2 main milsim groups you're gonna have in New England are Stag Ops and MAASF. Stag Ops runs the Spring Offensive and Autumn Justice series. Each one is once a year. Spring Offensive is in May. Autumn Justice usually between September and like September, October-ish. They're the biggest those are the biggest milsim events in New England. I'm talking, I think Spring Offensive is 450 players at UBG or something like that. And they also run a couple other slightly smaller ops over the course of the year. MASF runs a whole bunch of different kinds of ops. I think their next one is Tiberian Dawn 3 is like whatever the first weekend of June is. I'm hoping I can go to it, but I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna
we've been
ask her
talking about
off.
possibly going to that one as a team.
Yeah,
Real quick.
well then we're all gonna need to talk to Lenny and Danielle because the 4 of us would need to have
So-
that off.
So real quick, so Tap, I just went ahead and I sent you guys a message on Instagram really quick, so we can have a little bit of back and forth about the 10-year. Try to get you guys out here for that.
Yeah, I know I will be happy to see you guys.
I'd
out
be
here.
happy to see you guys out here.
If we're gonna go, if we're gonna go to Tiberian Dawn as a team, then we, and I mean mostly the 2 of you, need to sit down with Lenny and Danielle and go,
Yeah.
hey, the 4 of us want to go to an op as a team.
Yeah, we'll talk to them
So-
about it at some point. Okay, so
And the
moving
sooner
on.
the better because it's literally 2 weeks out. So
So next question.
Maybe it's 2 weeks out. Oh.
the first weekend of June, that's
Good
like
point.
2 weeks away.
Anyways, next question. Am I writing down the questions?
No.
Yes, I am.
Yes, we have a notepad open. We're
Alright, moving
copying
on.
in questions.
Moving on. If someone has $350 for their budget, what gun and battery? They need to get a gun and battery. What would we get?
Ooh.
I know it.
ARP9.
No. If you want the ARP9, yes, very good. If you actually still want M4 magazines, the G&G ARP 556. Don't we have the one that comes with the?
Those are a little more expensive though.
Yes, but we do have the combo.
That's three.
We do,
It's the
we
combo.
do. All right,
So
yeah.
a little
Like,
bit more than your budget, you'll get the combo, which is the gun, a battery, and a charger.
I'm gonna say an odd one.
Don't you always?
Oh wait, no, that might
do
be
you
too
not?
much. How much is the CTAR?
Ooh.
Oh, interesting.
330, 340.
You might be able to you might be like 10, 20 bucks over the 350, but you might be able to just sneak in a CTAR and a battery.
My only
it's
complaint-
it's a weird choice because it's a bullpup it's a TAR 21. It's a bullpup rifle, which may or not be which may or may not be your thing, but they have you're basically getting a bullpup, so you have something the size of an M4 carbine that's got an M16's barrel, so it's got a very,
Yeah.
very long barrel. And the CTAR has integrated irons in a monolithic. The CTAR is a direct upgrade from the TAR 21, so better rails. It's got an Amoeba gearbox, which means it's programmable for whatever battery and whatever fire mode you want. Micro switch trigger, a whole bunch of really nice stuff. But
So my only complaint about the CTAR, which literally would be my only complaint about it, is the magazines. They're a little bit finicky. They
Yeah.
don't
They
take, it doesn't really take EPMs.
just run the Amoeba.
I know, you
To
could
be
just run the
fair,
Amoeba.
Amoeba's mid caps
They're
are actually
pretty
good.
decent.
But the regular Elite Force mid caps actually work better in the CTARs than the Amoeba mid caps.
I
believe it or
actually
not.
found out
Great, you're saving money.
the
Exactly.
Amoeba mags versus the EPMs in my MTW they both feed flawlessly.
No, the
issues.
Amoeba mags are really, really nice. They're
And
the,
they have not to mention they have that integrated loop.
so as far as other than EPM mags, the Amoeba mags are probably my second favorite mag.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my recommendation for 350 for a gun and battery, only because I don't see enough people running bullpups around. And
Yeah.
CTARs are remarkable. Like my TAR, I've got the original Tavor Elite. I think 6 or 7 years old. I beat the crap out of that thing.
Our
Gave it to
Tavor.
Gavin. Gavin has beaten the crap out of it, and it still hasn't broken on him. And Gavin is notoriously unlucky with AEGs.
What about you, Decoy?
I would say that CM16 CQB, whatever it is, the black one,
Yeah.
because that's a combo as well. So for under 350, you're gonna get the gun and the battery
And then you
the
can
charger.
purchase a dye mask.
Then you can
or-
get I don't know if that dye mask would still be in budget at that point, but you can get a mask.
Look
you
at me
can
really
get,
quick. Any of your glasses? Of course.
But then you can get a mask, extra magazines, whatever you need at that point. So
You suck.
That
They
wasn't
didn't-
my fault. You gave me a broken cookie.
It was intact when I gave it to you.
Shut up.
all right.
So, but yeah, my whole thought process behind the ARP9 was it's a $220 gun when you buy it here. You buy a battery for 25, 30 bucks, and you're basically 250 bucks. Now you have 100 bucks that you can use to buy whatever other gear you want.
Exactly.
100 bucks that you can put towards a pair of Wiley X
X's.
iPro,
Which come with the foam inserts
which do come with the foam inserts.
and the back strap, so it's legal at our field.
Hashtag here's your Helo kit.
Hashtag here's your
I
kit.
wish I didn't wear glasses.
So, next question. Thoughts on a Polestar in a UK arms receiver?
That's very specific, apparently.
Why not?
But
What was the
Yeah,
question?
do it. Full send.
are they talking a UK Arms M4 receiver?
I think I read AK.
Hi, Monty.
I don't think
Hi, Monty. But yeah, depending on the gun, should fit flawlessly. If not, a little modification will work. A little BFHs and modding will definitely get anything to fit. So,
Trying to see if you skip past any questions.
No, I'm just trying to find that question again because I don't think he actually specified.
but as we're coming
yeah,
along and
what's the
talking about
question?
all these
No, I think
AEGs
that
and
was
kits,
It was
if
just
you want
HPA,
anything
chaos.
custom made, I do, well, the shop does, we can do a custom Polar Star, custom AEG, custom High Kappa, custom Glock, any custom gun you want, go ahead and come in, contact us, or come in and we'll be happy to set you up and have a consultation, figure out what you want out of it, and we can go from there.
And if you want to come in and just hang out, well, don't.
So thoughts on the Daniel Defense skeleton receiver, and they say 300.
So-
I'm gonna go with no, and I'll wait to explain until the rest of you talk.
I'll be honest, I'm actually a little biased towards the Daniel Defense stuff because when I worked at the real gun shop, we had a bunch of Daniel Defense ARs there. And
It's
they were
weird actually looking up to for
I
once.
know, right?
Though they are probably, as far as any AR that I've gotten a hold of, they're probably one of my favorites. So I kind of translate that over to the Airsoft world too, which I know I probably shouldn't, but
No, probably not.
Who
But-
currently
Oh, no.
has the patent? Who has the thing for Daniel Defense?
I'm not sure
Airsoft.
actually, to be
Or
honest.
is it Daniel Defense actually putting out airsoft stuff?
That's a
now?
really
I
good
think
question.
they're licensing out. But I don't know.
Probably-
I kind of have
probably EMG like everything else making that.
I kind of
mistake.
have a little bit of a bias
probably.
towards the Daniel Defense stuff.
I have
Squirrel?
no opinion.
Squirrel.
No, we'll get to that. You have to say what you're gonna say about it. What do you got to say about it?
I'm kind of. I have no personal opinion.
All right.
If it's what you want, sure.
All right. Now, before I go into it, I'm assuming skeleton receiver is a skeletonized receiver. Like
Yeah,
how we
I would
discussed.
assume.
Okay. Now, completely taking aside the fact that I don't like them from an aesthetic perspective, I think they're like on real steel guns. I think skeletonized M4 receivers are completely ridiculous because you are taking the world. Because really, what are you saying is, I want to take the world's. Oh God.
No.
What you're saying is, I want to take the world's lightest service issue rifle ever made, and I want to shave a pound off of it, and also get sticks and crap in my receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on a real steel, it's not that bad. On an airsoft gun, I would 100% personally avoid skeletonized receivers like the plague for gas and AEG systems. And here's why. On a real steel gun, if you get crap in the receiver, you could take a hose to it and rinse it out
Yeah.
and you're golden. On a gas, and you can kind of do the same thing on a gas
I
airsoft gun,
wouldn't.
but you have to be a lot more careful with it. On an electric gun, if water hits the connections on your wiring system, that'll destroy your gun. Like an AEG, you can play in the rain with an AEG without issue. As long as you don't soak the gearbox and motor. If you get water or mudding crap, and remember, gearboxes aren't self-contained. There are holes in gearboxes. There's a lot of holes in gearboxes.
Yep.
So when you put a gearbox in a skeletonized receiver, if you're playing indoors all the time, it's not that bad. But if except for the fact you're still going to get dust and crap in there, and dust is really bad. With the
And
gearbox.
going on that,
It's just given the lack of just, and I don't want to throw shade here, but as a tech, given the lack of basic maintenance and cleaning I see in guns that are in
yes,
for repair,
yes,
if you get a skeletonized receiver, that's just going to make it even worse.
yeah.
Again, if you're playing indoors all the time, not as much of a big deal, but if you're playing outdoors at all, I would seriously reconsider getting a skeletonized receiver,
And with-
especially if you're going to play in anything short, anything that isn't like perfect weather with no wind to kick up sand and dust.
With AEGs, there's no point. Like, you'll still see the ugly gearbox.
You're also it's also worth pointing out the reason real steel ARs get skeletonized receivers is specifically for 3-gun competition as quote unquote gamer guns where every ounce shaved off the gun will actually matter on the clock.
I mean, that's why my high kappa is all CNC'd and
Right.
stuff, is because, like, if you've ever felt mine, it's all metal. It's the grip, the lower, everything is CNC'd aluminum compared to anything else. Compared to a stock, it is a lot lighter just because I'm able to run around, and that's why I use aluminum Pro in mags, is because I can run around with no issues, and that weight
Right.
will never weigh me down.
But like for airsoft,
There's no point.
there is no point. On a gas gun,
Maybe.
it's slightly more effective than an AEG, only because you can clean a gas gun if you know what you're doing. But again, going back to real steel, skeletonized receivers are to shave off as much weight as possible off of a 7-pound
Ooh.
rifle, and every ounce counts. For an electric gun, you're basically doing nothing because the
give it
weight
a
taken
second.
off the gun is almost negligible because the receiver's going to be CNC'd aluminum. It's not going to be steel like a real thing. So shaving 3 ounces off of like an 8-ounce receiver isn't going to do anything for the gun apart from make a whole bunch of holes for dirt and dust and mud and water to get into the gun.
All right, we gotta move.
All right.
Sorry.
So,
Well, first off, Squirrel, go ahead and send us that build idea.
yeah, I'll take a look.
But we got a question here. Do you guys think that there are problems with people doing speed QB at your speed? 2 different questions.
I don't
technically.
understand that second half.
Yeah, I don't know what
So, first of all, doing speed QB, you need to have an actual tournament set up. So, in my opinion, there's speed QB and there's speed softers. Speed softers.
I'm assuming he means speed softer, like speed soft the play style. I'm
The
assuming
place,
for the
let me,
question.
yeah, the play style I am not a fan of, especially being a ref at our field. I am not a fan of it. Like, I actually, back when I was in California, I used to play at CQB City and Tac City where they had the tournaments.
But
I
not
love
a
them.
game pod because they wouldn't let you in with that.
I absolutely love them. I come from a paintball background, so that 5v5 format is what I go for. As for pickup games, Speedsoft, absolutely no.
Yeah, like
You need to learn how to take your shots, and instead of just spamming your trigger and sprinting everywhere, go for the objective. Play the game.
right, because when it comes down to it, speed soft and speed softing is basically you're taking that speed QB tournament mentality of like tournament. Like here's the biggest difference. Like look at tournament paintball versus like a pickup game of paintball.
Yeah.
It's 2 completely different styles. Tournament paintball is just like is what started speed QB, where in tournament paintball the overriding tactic is just overwhelming fire to. No, I'm fine like this.
No,
I like them not seeing
that
my
being
eyes.
said,
It's overwhelming firepower to keep people's heads down and stuff like that. When you take that into airsoft, where the pellets carry more energy than
So-
a paintball, like
The-
it's fine for a tournament. When you drop that into regular gaming, especially at our field, where like the average age is probably like 13 or 14, it's a bunch of little kids. Like they really don't mix well.
So the way that I look at it is, I don't have a problem with the play style at all, if it's done right.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem that ends up turning into is now before anybody jumps down my throat. Yes, there are cheaters with all types of play styles.
Yes.
What?
But shut up. So, but the problem runs into when people are using Speedsoft as a reason to be toxic, whether it be the not calling their hits or the overshooting, or it is you are more likely to overshoot somebody with a Speedsoft style play style. And as long as it's done right, it can be a legitimate play style. But the problem that you end up running into is if you're running any normal, legitimate play style against a Speedsoft play style in a regular old CQB game or even just an outdoor game,
No.
the Speed QB is not going to help you at all.
So-
if anything, you're at a huge disadvantage.
Let
because
me
of that
let me
play style.
touch on this. Yeet saying, so if someone were to come to our field and play this Speedsoft SpeedQB play style, it'll be frowned upon. No.
Nope.
No.
We do not frown upon your play style.
We don't care about the
So-
play style. We care about the person doing it.
So for me,
How they're doing it.
honestly, like I represent SpeedQB. I
you?
go out with my high cap and I'm
when?
more than happy. Shut up.
I couldn't tell by the sweater.
The thing is, with people who are constantly on the trigger, during a SpeedQB tournament, referring to paintball, that is, you're actually trying to lay down cover fire. You're not trying to hit someone. So if I'm playing God or center field or whatever, or tower or whatever you're calling it on the actual tournament layout, I'm going to constantly send down rounds so the people running the pistols, the SMGs, would be able to push up. That is doable on a tournament style. If you're picking up on our field and you're just ramping on your trigger and you're sprinting around, there's honestly no point. Speed QB is an objective-based game. Your objective is to get that flag and bring it to the other side. Play the objective more. If you're going out there just to get kills, oh yeah, I'm doing the speed soft thing. Speed QB is about getting the objective, not about the kills. Go for the objective. Play the game. Don't just try and run around and get as many kills as possible.
So to kind of add to that a little bit, as far as the don't go for the kills, play the objective, there's nobody ever, anywhere, that is going to keep track of your KD.
Yep.
Except for you.
Except for you.
And you're also the only person who's going to care.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're more likely to get the positive recognition from your peers, we'll call it, by actually playing the objective and succeeding.
So,
if you're just going out there and you're shooting at every single thing that moves,
If you play the objective and pull off some kind of epic move, that's going to feel more rewarding, and people are going to be more impressed. Like, if I go out on the field and I go, oh my God, I smoked a dozen people before I got out, no one's going to give it. No one's going to care.
So-
However, if I go, oh, we were playing King of the Hill, and I managed to dip up into the church and safety 5 people, and then shoot 2 others that were coming in, that's impressive.
So a perfect example of that, the other day when me and you had played, we had we
guys
actually
play?
shockingly enough.
Sometimes we do.
The once a year that we played.
Yeah.
So we were playing, and one of the game modes that we were playing was actually King of the Hill.
Yep.
And our team had ended up getting to the flag first. If nobody knows how King of the Hill works, the center tower in the field, the car wash, that's the flag that we need. So we ended up getting there first. We held the flag. We held it for a majority of the game. Well, the other team ended up pushing us back. They ended up taking the flag. And at the very end, the last 10 seconds of the game, we actually had a little speed soft kid, Parker. I don't know if he watches or not, but last 10 seconds, we ended up pushing up to the hallway, and he ended up sprinting up in, grabbed the flag at the very, very last second, and ended up winning the game for us.
that's how you do it.
So that's how you do it. So, and then I want to say the next game we did. I forget what we called that game mode, but the one we had to get the cash from the laundry.
Money laundering.
Money laundering.
Yep.
And again, we ended up getting the bag into the train station, but there has to be somebody in the train station. And again, within the very last seconds of the game, same kid, Parker, ended up managing to get in there
So-
at the very end of the game and win the game for us again.
That being said, like, when I'm playing, people will look at me. I'm wearing my hoodie, my dye mask, and my belt, and I'm running around
You
with
look
a
like a
pistol.
loser.
I look like a loser. But the thing is, like, when I actually play, I'm there for the objective. Hey, if you're giving me cover fire, I'll sprint up and be able to catch this guy in the corner. So being fast and, like, being able to come around those corners, that's fine. That actually helps. Like with Parker, he was able to sprint up, sweep that area, and get up. But if we had also kids the other day who would just ignore the money bag, ignore the C4, and just run around, sweep, and they're just standing there like, all right, what are we supposed to do? What's the point? Go for the objective, have more fun.
Half of that first game was me
And
grilling
I
one
guarantee you,
kid.
your teammates are going to like you a lot more.
Yeah.
Half of that first round was me grilling a kid about, okay, what's the objective? I don't know.
So like with
Why
being
aren't
on
we
a
paying attention?
team, like with my CQB team, we play the objective. I don't want them to just sprint up and sweep. Okay, sweet. What does that do for us? Can you go clear this building so we can bring the bag? Sweet. That's what I'm looking for when I'm building a team. Anyway, we went through that a lot. If you have more questions or you want to talk more, I'm more than happy to talk to you about this. I can talk about this for hours.
In a nutshell, however you want to play, is we don't judge anybody that comes in based on how they want to play.
Yeah.
Unless you're bad.
We judge you based on how you are as a player.
yeah.
Doesn't matter the most hardcore speed softer, the most hardcore milsimmer. Everyone gets a clean slate. Everyone gets the same opportunity. It's if you decide to abuse that play style, break our rules or even bend them where I'm not technically breaking the rules.
That bugs me.
Bending the rules is breaking the rules.
Yeah, we have very simple rules. Basically, think of it this way. If you don't want to be on the receiving end of what you're doing, don't do it.
Can you answer that one quickly?
Yep, Cloudy. What was your role? What was your role to play in paintball 5v5s? I actually played either snake or mid or W. So I would go up to the 50-yard line, hold each side, make sure no one pushes up, and help my snake guy to push up. Or I played snake.
Fields are not that big.
It's a football field.
You're a football field.
Wow.
So
Anyways,
That's bad.
yes, I know I'm fat, but if you see me play, I can run my ass
Hey, you know what
off.
else is a football field? The range of that Pack 40 I'm gonna have for Autumn
Oh
Justice.
my gosh. Anyway,
we're
Wrap it up.
at time. Look
so
at that, wrap it up.
Oh my god, it's not 10 o'clock at night?
It's not, oddly enough.
we're trying to
What
show.
is this madness?
I know.
I know,
It's
right?
shocking, isn't it?
So, if you guys have any more questions, you can hit us up on our Instagrams, which is what's yours?
Extreme Airsoft.
Extreme Airsoft, or on our personal.
Extreme Airsoft.
Okay, they don't want us plugging theirs anymore.
No.
Okay, Extreme Airsoft, hit us up.
You can
We'll
try
have
to
to
find
answer
my
any of it.
Instagram, but
Squirrel,
I'm not
you
going to
know where
respond
to,
to you.
First off, the meaning of life is that people need to wear more hats.
Oh, no. 42.
No, that's the
No,
answer
that's the
to-
answer
that's
to
the
li-
answer.
No, that's the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
Yes.
So that would be the answer to the meaning of life.
No.
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 The meaning of life is that people need to wear
The
more
meaning of
hats.
life and the answer to life,
No.
the universe, and everything are two different
wrap it
things.
up.
No.
Haven't you seen my-
Good night, everybody.
Good night,
The meaning of life
everyone.
is chocolate.
No.
Keep in mind, we have Saturday night specials. This weekend's going to be adult night, and we have the operation coming up. Have a good night, and call your haste.
Stay in school, kids.
Bye, guys.